Good day and welcome to your Friday edition of the Sport Rep Show. This is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and I will be your host for today. It is indeed a lovely weekend full of excitement and a lot of events that will be taking place. We will start off, that is, with the rugby finals that are also taking place as well, the FNB Women's Super League and so many more. Action, drama and spills. Namibia will also be playing at the COSAFA that is on Sunday. All that will be coming up. Now let's look at the latest on the hit list. The Brave Warriors of Namibia yesterday played to a 1-1 stalemate against Angola in their COSAFA group opener in South Africa. It was not Colin Benjamin's day for the team to beat Angola for the first time, as the result just went in the favor of both sides. But I'm sure Angola would be much the happier of the two after falling a man down. They scored first through a penalty, but Ivan Kamberipa, the right back, had a different script written for him after scoring just in the late minutes with a beautiful header to draw the scores level. That meant that Lesotho will be topping the group while Angola will be second in the group. Namibia will be third while Malawi is at the bottom of the group. Now this group stage will continue on Sunday as Namibia battles Malawi while Lesotho is set to battle Angola. We have Colin Benjamin for you speaking after the match against Angola. Quite a frustrated figure there.
Today? Yeah, I would. The game in the sense that I think both teams contained each other well, in the sense that not in the first half we didn't really have had both teams. I mean, scoring opportunities. So it was a tough. It was a game where we were basically on the same wavelength. A lot of actions in the midfield, but not really goal-scoring opportunities. In the second half, yeah, we had that advantage where with one man up, and in normal circumstances, you think that you can actually calm it down and get those chances. We didn't, because it's also a phase where everybody is then thinking, oh, we're one man up, it's gonna go automatically. So you have 10 guys that each just drops 1%, that's 10% less. And that's how Angola could get into that penalty. Also a little bit of inexperience. It's his first game. We're gonna we're gonna do the analysis and see how can we get better. But at this moment, I think getting that 1-1, it's a roller coaster of emotion. And I think it is what the game gave, but it was a tight one, I would say. Yeah.
Game of tight margins, as you explained, but also perhaps let's look at the approach now for your side with a 1-1 draw here today. What then needs to be done for yourselves to make it through?
I would say at this moment it's really just important that we analyze the match, that we see what is it that we did good, what is it that we need to better ourselves on. And I'm just happy that we had this match where we had like 5 debutants that basically played for the first time in the senior national team. So it's a learning curve. I think what the game gave, it's definitely something that we can take away, and for us to live and fight another day, which is 2 games against Lesotho and Malawi.
What's the approach going to be against those two sides? You've got a draw against Angola. Are you going to be more ruthless, more aggressive in those last 2 games?
No, tournament football, it never has to be beautiful, but it has to be effective. So it is also important that we didn't get out with 0 points in this match, which looked like it can be. So I think it was also character for my team to come back. So going to the 2 matches, I think it is also just normal. with Lesotho having 3 points, that we all have to go full out to get maximum points and see where we end up when all things are done.
Right, Coach, I'm going to ask if there are any questions from my colleagues in the media.
Now, this weekend is not only just about rugby and football. There is also boxing, where our very own Namibian Jeremiah Loki Nakathila will be in action against Abdullah Mason, one of the dangerous upcoming boxers, a USA prospect. This fight will be taking place on USA soil, and Nakathila will have to deliver one of the victories if he wants to become the most decorated Namibia to fight on American soil and to win such important victories. Remember, he has already fought 5 times in that country. Now, Jeremiah Nakathila, who is in the USA, did have a message for us and said,
Quite different.
Yeah, no, I've been there. I've been in the game. Taras, I went through those fights. And I don't think any Mason, if this fight for Mason can make a difference. So I've been there. So I'm just going to be in the fight. That's a type of fight that I've been through already.
You've been vocal about being ready to shock the world. What gives you that confidence heading in Saturday's bout?
As a boxer, you got to give confidence. It's the confidence start with yourself. So that's the way to conquer. That's the way to go out there with your first with your confidence and then make things happen. So I'm just having confidence in myself from the preparation I got from my coach and my team.
This fight is being built as a clash of styles. Mason's speed versus your power. How do you plan to neutralize his strengths?
Yeah, so we have time to look at Mason video clip. We see his strength, we see his weakness as well, and for sure we are going to capitalize on his weakness.
You are fighting on American soil against an unbeaten rising star. Do you feel pressure to represent Namibia on this stage?
No, I'm proud of myself, I'm proud of my team, I'm proud of my country. So representing Namibia boxing at this level, I can say it's already a win. So coming to this level to represent Namibia at this level, it's already a win, and I'm grateful. I'm just waiting for Saturday to make things happen.
Win or lose, what message do you want to send to boxing fans around the world through this performance?
Boxers from my country, Namibia, that they should go out there and then train hard in the gym, and one day they can able to come fight in American soil. It's an achievement on its own, and so they should just keep working hard, listening to their coach, and then the rest is history.
Now, the weekend also continues with bumper matches at the NFA Technical Center, where the FNB Women's Super League will come to a conclusion. There are some important fixtures there. NAS Babes playing Namib Daughters at 9 o'clock at the Independence Stadium. Okahanja FC versus V-Power Angels at 11 o'clock at the Now Ape Stadium. Unam Bokkies faces Ongos FC that were dethroned this season. That's at the Unam Stadium at 11 o'clock, while Windhoek City plays Commerce Nampol FC at the Windhoek Independence Stadium. Now the attention and attraction will be at the NFA Technical Center. First of all, Eros Ladies FC battles Julinho Athletics FC at 11 o'clock at the NFA Technical Center, and then the champions will be crowned. That is Beauty Beauties FC battling one of their foes for this season, African Stars Queens, at 1500 hours. Now, Beauties FC were crowned the champions of the league with a match to spare. Imagine that, piping that is all-time champions and team that has been dominating the Women's Super League, Ongos Ladies FC, at the post this time around, making sure that there is a different winner in the FNB Women's Super League for a first time after at least 3 or so consecutive seasons. Now, Beauties FC were excited about that one. We'll go over to a short commercial break, and after that, we return with the JSB segment as Brian Monanko and Javon Wilson gives us our latest betting slaps, and maybe one of you can be lucky when you follow that.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Sky-Fi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts. Starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Sky-Fi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more. Or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared, Paratus.
Well, viewers, I want to start off this segment on the right note. So my right-hand man is not with me today. Unfortunately, Javon Wilson is on his way to Cape Town, where he will be celebrating his wife's birthday with her. So we have excused him from the show today. But that doesn't mean you guys won't be getting the good odds. That doesn't mean I won't be coming through with some betting tips for all of you, because lately, I mean, if we're being honest, between me and Javon, who's been you the good odds? If you guys remember what I said last week, PSG will definitely beat Inter Milan. Javon, Ashwin have all been saying that Inter Milan is the team to beat, but we do have the video clip from last weekend, so stay tuned as we have a look at what I predicted. This guy in the Ballon d'Or chats. Okay, I'm going to go PSG. I think if PSG can win this trophy, then Lautaro Martinez doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, and rather, do you know who I think is going to win it if PSG win this thing?
I'll say Dembele.
Ousmane Dembele. I'm saying it with my chest. If PSG lift the trophy, this guy deserves that award because he's been great for PSG. I haven't seen him in such good form in a very long time, so consistently. He's always disrupted by injuries, but with this season we saw he could carry his own, and he did come through for PSG. So I'm going to say PSG to win this game, and most probably maybe both teams to score. That will bump up your odds to maybe like a good 3 or 4. Put down $500 and you can walk away with a whooping $2,000. I don't want to call myself the football guru, although I might be, So I'm just putting it out there. Huge congratulations to PSG for lifting that wonderful trophy of the Champions League for the first time in their history. We have a lot of fixtures to look forward to this upcoming weekend. To start off with, we do have some World Cup qualifier matches, but that's the team that has done it, guys. Paris Saint-Germain crowned the champions of the Champions League for the first time in their history. That's just amazing for football. It's good news for football, and I like to see it. They take on Tottenham in the Supercopa. That's going to be very interesting, but that's a topic for another day. For now, let's have a look at the fixtures that we can look forward to with the World Cup qualifiers in Europe. So one of the big games I can definitely see is Israel taking on Estonia, Belgium playing North Macedonia, Wales play Liechtenstein, Czech Republic take on Montenegro, and one of my favorite games, I think I'm going to give, that's my best bet for the weekend. If you want to jump on, go ahead. If you don't, that's up to you. But Norway is playing Italy, and the odds are in favor of Norway, which I totally disagree. I think Italy is going to win that game comfortably. So I'm just going to put it out there and let you guys know that. Please jump on Italy's match against Norway. Italy is definitely going to win that game comfortably. Also, we do have some friendly matches that are also taking place on Saturday. Nigeria play against Russia. I think that's going to be very interesting. Hungary take on Sweden. Morocco play against Tunisia. And then we have a look at the odds that are set for the weekend. If you just look at the top, like I said, the odds are very tight between the two teams, and that's my bet slip right there. So Norway take on Italy, 2.8 odds, 2.45. I am in favor of Norway. Lock that down, get yourself some money. So like I said, let's have a quick look at my bet slip that just shows you guys how I'm planning on maneuvering with this bet slip. But one of my favorite games, Italy again, Czech Republic, Israel and Belgium. It comes in at 7 odds, $100 gets you 700, 200 gets you 1.4. Be brave, put down $500 and you can get 3.5. So the man from Cape Town, like I said, is not with us in studio today, but he does have his bets in order, so he's going to come through with his bets as well. But for me, viewers, that's all the time that I have for you, and please have a lovely weekend. Hopefully you guys get to win, so please listen when I talk. But for me, it is goodbye.
Action. Hi guys, Javon Wilson here. Unfortunately, I can't be with you guys this week. As you can see, I'm in a lovely mother city. It's my wife's birthday, so we're here to celebrate. But anyways, back to business. I have a bet slip for you guys. It's a six-fold. 26 odds, $50 gives you 1,400. Couple international games. Obviously, the domestic season is now done. So we have Morocco taking up Tunisia. I think Morocco has a very strong suited side there, especially with Ashraf Hakimi being a Champions League winner now. So I would say they are a banker in that game. Belgium up against Wales, also a tricky one there, but Belgium, we all know the stars that they have there. A couple of good, decent players, so I'll go with the Belgian banker as well. And then finally with the bankers, I'll go with Poland to beat Finland. Included in that bet, I should say, is Argentina-Colombia. Very tough game there. I'll go both teams to score, as well as Russia hosting our friends in West Africa, which is Nigeria. I'll go both teams to score as well. And then finally Norway, which you know Holland is there. Good team, they're doing very well with the qualifiers and the international friendlies as well. They host Italy, which aren't too bad of a side. I think that's a high scoring game, both teams to score. But anyways guys, that's me from the mother city, and I hope to see you guys next week. Cheers.
That was Brian Runango and Javon Wilson sharing the latest bet slips. Now, Namibia play their final matches of the season. You can see Julinho Athletics battles Kruger Tops. Kruger Tops have already been relegated. That's at the Rundu Sports Stadium. Blue Boys plays Blue Waters in a coastal derby. Blue Boys also relegated. That match will be at Swakopmund Veneta Stadium. Tigers FC battles Ongos, while Commerce Nampo holds Young Brazilians that were also relegated this season. Mighty Gunners battles Okahanja United FC. And now on the 8th of June, that's on Sunday, KK Palace and Eshoke Chula Chula battle in the Northern Derby. We also have a match on the 21st of June, Bucks Buccaneers versus Unam FC at 1600 at Windhoek. And then the champions will be crowned. That's African Stars that won the league. That's on the 21st of June at the Independence Stadium at 1600 hours. Now let's look at the table as things stand in order to see how the teams fared. African Stars, they're on top, winning the league with a game to spur. Young African Ongos, Commerce, Mighty Gunners, Unam, Eshoke Chula Chula, Blue Waters, KK Palace, Bucks, Buccaneers, Tigers, Okahanja United, Julinho, Young Brazilians. Exciting matchup at the Hage Geingob Stadium. All roads will be leading to that stadium there. It is the finals of the Rugby Union. We also have some live matches. The NTV team going live. Windhoek Gymnasium versus Windhoek Afrikaans Private School with the NSSR match. And then the big rugby matches will be United versus Unam Steenbokkies there. Kudus 2 versus Unam 2. That's the reserve league. And then the big one everyone will be waiting for and anticipating to watch is between Kudus of Walvis Bay battling the Windhoek Oldies, and the Wanderers team that has always been dominating as well. You can catch all those matches. We will be live from 12 o'clock. It is indeed going to be an epic one. Now, before we move over to Ari with the latest international news, let's just look at a snippet of the highlights of the semi-finals.
So welkom by hierdie semifinaal van die NRI Premier Liga vir 2025. Al twee hierdie klubs, FNB Kurus en FNB Grootfontein, wat laas jaar ook in die semifinaal was, maar nie een van hulle wat al tevore in 'n finaal van die NRI Premier Liga gespeel het nie. So baie op die spel vir al twee hierdie klubs om daai deurbraak te maak. So Kurus onder die kapteinskap van PJ Walters en Grootfontein onder die kapteinskap van Wikus Jacobs, wat hierso met die rooi skramp het. Sy span lei en hulle eerste 3 wat daar gedruk is van 'n lynstaan dryf af deur die slot. Pieter Littig, doelskop wat nie tussen die pale deur was deur die vleuel Uriel Kurus se loskakel. Michael Koopman wat ook goed gevaar het met sy skop op palle toe, ook 'n beslissende rol gespeel het. En hierso sien ons Grootfontein wat derentyd bly aanval het, totdat hulle ook uiteindelik hierdie 3 gekry het wat Pieter daan kom. Kurus, goeie wedstryd vir die jong loskakel. Bimbo Mbai hierso agter die skram vasgevat deur Franco Vries. En Jazil Mare wat daar weggebars het. En met 'n goeie loopie is regter Jorey Botha aan Grootfontein. Michael Koopman bestaan die knoop deurrak om vir die eerste keer in hulle bestaan tot die finaal deur te dring. En ons sit agterna ook dan met die 2
No, it's an awesome feeling, I have to say. Grootfontein came out fast today. Yeah. It wasn't an easy day. I have to say thank you for my boys for pulling it through to the end.
Okay, and looking forward to the finals. How do you plan to prepare for those?
We had a very tough game today. I think on Monday, we actually start today with recovery. Then on Monday, it's back to the drawing board, work hard. We have a new job, so that's our focus for the next week.
Okay, wonderful. For today's victory, what do you think was the crucial moment that
I think for today's victory, I have to say kudos to the boys for staying composed. There was times where they raffled us out, scrums not going our way, lineouts not going our way, but I have to say thank you for the bench, the bomb squad who pulled it through, and just thank you to the boys.
Okay, no, wonderful. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It is French Open. It will continue into the weekend. It will be the finals on Saturday and Sunday. Women's final on Saturday, and the men's final on Sunday. And it was semi-finals time. It's confirmed who will play in the women's final on Saturday. That is going to be Aryna Sabalenka playing against Coco Gauff. What happened in the semi-finals? It's Aryna Sabalenka got the better of Iga Swiatek, the number 5 seed and defending champion. It was in 3 sets, a convincing third set. It was 7-6, 4-6, and then 6-love in the third set. Aryna Sabalenka, number 1 seed, going through to the final. In the final, she will play against Coco Gauff. It was Coco Gauff that played against French woman Louise Brusson. Brusson was the talk of France, or talk of Paris, after coming through all the way to the semi-finals, being number 361 ranked player in the world. And she unfortunately lost to Coco Gauff. That's for the French interest. It was Coco Gauff convincing win there, 6-1 and 6-2. So the final on Saturday, Aryna Sabalenka against Coco Gauff. On the men's side of the draw, it is still semi-finals to be played on Friday, 2 of them, and one is very interesting. That is Jannik Sinner, the number 1 seed, playing against Novak Djokovic, 38 years old, won the tournament many times, and that's going to be a semi-final on Friday. And then also the other one is Carlos Alcaraz playing against Lorenzo Musetti. That is a French Open finishing on this weekend. On to soccer news. It is Manchester United that's in the news with the transfer news and buying new players. It's well documented that Manchester United experience very big financial challenges, not having good seasons the past few seasons, and but they took out the money and they bought a new striker, and that is confirmed that Brazilian striker, he's the forward for Brazil, it is Matheus Cunha. He will come over from Wolverhampton to Manchester United on a new deal that was signed, and it's worth 62.5 million euro. So no European soccer for Manchester United next year, but they're still spending lots of money to be competitive in the new season coming up in the English Premier League. Closing off today's international sports news, it is cycling news. It is Tour de Britain. It's the women's 4-day race that started. The first stage was won by Kim Lecourt of Mauritius, and many Namibians will remember Kim Lecourt. She's been a partner of Vera Lusa in many of the team events, and she won the first stage in 1 hour 59 minutes and 18 seconds. The second was Kristen Forker of the USA. So the second stage on Friday, 114 kilometers, and it will finish on Sunday. That is the Tour of Britain. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day and sport weekend, and we'll talk international sport again on Monday. Goodbye.